Alright, this is George Sotiropoulos. He's Australia's pound for pound best fighter that we have in the UFC. He'll be fighting Joe Stevenson on Sunday. What are the things to watch for during the fight?
Me. Well, this fight basically is going to cover, we're going to fight in all areas. We're going to strike, we're going to wrestle, we're going to grapple, everything's going to happen in this fight. We're going to punch, kick, look for submissions, it's all going to happen. It's going to be one of those fights where we do everything, and that's probably what you're going to see in the fight.
What are your strengths? Would you rate yourself more as a ground and pound, submissions, striker?
I do both. My strengths are my grappling and my boxing, so you're probably going to see those two areas really be a prominent factor from me. I think Joe, his wrestling and his grappling are two prominent factors, but we both work on everything, so I don't know how much he's improved since his last fight, but we both obviously been training towards improving, so we'll see Sunday, but you're going to get two well-rounded fighters fighting in the cage.
How good is it going to be for you fighting on home soil in the UFC?
I never thought I'd be fighting back here in front of a crowd this big, but it's great to come back and fight finally in Australia and be recognised for my hard work.
Yeah. And seeing that the UFC has grown, Europe, UK, they're having multiple shows. The success of this, you're going to have the chance to fight hopefully again on Australian soil again.
The sport's growing globally. It's going to truly become an international sport. It's going to become one of the most watched sports on the planet. That's the direction it's heading in, and obviously it's great for us because we're the athletes and we're going to benefit from that.
Yeah. Now with the UFC, obviously it's very different from boxing. A lot of people in the mainstream don't know it. Mm-hmm. What they have seen, they have, I wouldn't say negative images, but uneducated opinions.
Of course, look, when the sport first started, there were no rules. You could really do anything, but now, as the sport's grown, it has become a professional sport. There are rules. It combines all the Olympic events. We love the Olympics, so why not love this? It's a professional sport. Like I said, there's many rules, and there's people who aren't aware of that are basing their facts on something from 1993.
Yeah, and in many ways, you actually need to be a lot more skilled, a lot more well-rounded fighter.
Yeah, back then it was really single styles. Now we're talking about fighters who have multiple styles in their arsenal.
Yeah. Okay. What are you looking to do in your fight against George?
Win.
What? Win.
How?
Yeah.
Well, approaching this fight, George is very dangerous everywhere. He's well-rounded. He's fighting in his backyard of Australia, so he's going to be giving 110%. No one wants to lose in front of their girlfriend or mom.
Yeah.
I have to be ready for wherever he takes the fight, and I have to try to dictate where I'm going to go in the fight and how I'm going to do it. Honestly, I think it's going to be one of the better fights of the night. He's great on the ground. I'm great on the ground. I have really good stand-up. He has really good stand-up. This is going to be just one of those fights that you don't want to go up and get up and pee.
Yeah. Is there anything in particular you've been working for?
Punching him in the face.
Yeah.
That's working really hard on that.
All right.
All my sparring partners, I try to punch them as hard as I can.
Okay. Is there anything in particular that he has that you need to be wary of?
He does. So it's called an X guard or a spider guard and a rubber guard, which is he'll ride his long, lanky legs up high on the back and try to manipulate his submissions and sweeps from there. And I've been working extensively on countering that and elbowing him.
Okay. And in terms of your journey in the UFC, having come from the UFC fighter, being able to be here, you're using the UFC now, you're traveling the world, you're seeing lots of different things. How has the journey been for you?
So far, wonderful. After the fight, my wife is staying. We're gonna stay for 5 days, head up to Brisbane and check out the wild animal refuge, and just enjoy the fact that it's summer. I left from the winter. It was snowing when I left.
Yeah. So, in terms of the opportunities the UFC has presented to you, did you ever think that you would be in a position like this that you are now?
I guess I hoped for it, and now that I'm there, I'm one of the few people that don't complain about all the PR and press and stuff that we have to do. So I appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Thanks a lot.